Alrighty, guys. So it's 3:30 this Thursday, April 10th. And so we're back up here after the sell-off. They squeeze up here to the mean and we're stalling. So I think we called this pretty good in terms of looking at for that reverse retest of that rotation at the 5300s, maybe the mean. This to me feels very much like we're going to get afternoon weakness. That's just what it feels like. One, two, three, four times I try to take it high, cannot do it. I'm just waiting for them to start knocking this down and see some weakness into the close. But I could be wrong, but that's kind of what I would look at. I've been looking at trying to finding a spot to get short up here, but I was looking at these bars and they're freaking huge. It doesn't look like much, but this little balance bar here, the little V top here is what? 18 up to 41. That's like 20 points. So I'm thinking it's like if I put in my click in my order and I increase my stop size to 20 ticks, so that 20 divided by 4, that's 6 points, right? And 5 points. So it's I'm looking at this at like, this is kind of crazy. This is I mean, I'm not going to have a shot of sticking in that trade. So basically we had to step in front of the edge, but you can imagine that's a little pop like that and you stopped out. So you had to make your stop 10 plus 10 plus points to even have a shot of sticking in it, and that's if you're right at the edge. So I just kind of not didn't do anything. It kind of the volatility kind of calmed down a bit. You saw when this crazy stuff started happening, they sent out an email increasing margin requirements again. Now they're back down again to like the $500 and $700 level. So it's crazy stuff. But I'm thinking that we're going to see weakness in the afternoon. That's kind of what it feels like. And no point in looking at the F2, right? It's too volatile. I need to start compressing that if I'm going to be able to use it. At this point, it's the same story with the F1. It's just too volatile right now to even with the aggregation as I have it. I think the key area right now is that 5300 level. If they can close above it, in other words, to prove me wrong on this on the short side of this, I think we may have a shot at looking for early strength in the overnight. If they can't take it out, I'm going to be looking for selling into the close weakness. And that could be pretty substantial. And you may see like a nice little rundown here into the close. And that would be something which difficult to trade, but it could be worth a shot to try to get on that. So that's kind of where I'm at on this one right now. So it kind of depends on which side of that 5300 we end up closing on. And right now, I've seen this dynamic before when they stall at the mean 4 or 5 times, they can't take it higher and they start grinding lower. Eventually, you're going to see a pretty good run to the downside. And that's one you want to be part of if you can. In other words, at that point, it's maybe set the stop here to stop yourself in below 82. Put your stop out here and take the 10-point plus chance and see that maybe you can stick with the trade. So that's the best I can do on this going into the overnight. Now, news for tomorrow. We do have a PPI number. The CPI number this morning was great. PPI tomorrow, we'll see how that comes out. Still a bunch of speakers tomorrow. And then we have consumer sentiment coming out here on at 10 o'clock tomorrow. So 8:30 and 10, we have news tomorrow. Friday. Thank God it's Friday. Maybe get rid of this crazy volatility week. So here we have if you had to stop here now, you would be short at 82.25 or so. And if it runs it down, we'll see if we're going to let you stick in that trade or not. But that's kind of the dynamic. We will see. It's anyone's kind of guess how it's going to go. I was hoping that we're going to get some strength into the overnight, but it's the way this looks. Normally when you see this, you're just not going to see that. So at this point, you should probably be at break even, 82 down to the 70. You should be at the break even trade. And if it runs up to the 82 again, you just get shaken out. Looking at oil and gold, no, NASDAQ and the bonds. So range bound right now, going into the overnight, still looking for weakness if we are below 5,300 and looking for early strength above 5,300. That's the way I'm approaching the overnight. Bond market is still showing some weakness. They are down. So bond vigilantes are doing its job, pushing yields higher, trading bonds lower, and we are slowly grinding to the downside. So an orderly sell-off, but still a pretty good sell-off on the bonds. We will see how they shake out going forward. But the yield's coming up. That's not a great sign at all. And in the bigger picture on the that's gold. The bigger picture on bonds. So on the bond market, we are right here in this attractor. So if you can stay around this 114, 16 attractor, I'll be fine with it. that lower edge at the 112.30 to 113. Below that edge, I think things really starts getting hairy. So that's the level on the downside they need to hold. But if you can hold in this area, trade back and forth, okay, we are back down a bit, but it's not falling out of bed at that point. So bond market, I would trade it from the short side to get started. Let's see how far they can take it. Watch that 113 edge. If they trade below it, bets are off. Nasdaq wise, also crazy stuff going on there. Same story there. They're up against that edge at the 350, 360s. Right now they're above it, just borderly above it, and let's see where they're going to go from here. It's if they close below it, I would start off looking for early weakness. Above it, I would look for early strength. So that's kind of the way I'm looking at the market right now. The same story there. If you look at the Nasdaq on the back, they retraced right up here. Nice little move up here to the 4 and 500 retest. A pop to the upside. Nice retracement there. A retest on the volume weighted mean. A couple of nice pullbacks, but you can see they can't take it out 3 times. And now you started seeing a lower high, and now it looks like it's fading away. So I'm looking for that weakness to start building. It hasn't quite started yet, but I'm looking for that big move to the downside. And when they really lean into it, into the close, and that would be a crappy end of the day, to put it that way. If they prove me wrong and they start trading above this 650 area, the mean, I'll be more inclined to look for early strength. But at this point, it just feels very much like we're going to see weakness into the close. So that's where we are. And then finally, oil and gold. Oil and gold. Gold is way up here against the 31.90. So trade gold from the long side. They are way up. No reason to trade gold any other way. And they are trading higher. So definitely a flight to safety is what that looks like. Right up here towards the 31.90s. Look for, if they trade below that 31.70s, go back range bound. They're back down into that lower range again. But I would look to buy against support. 31.85. Well, I had to adjust these. One level here is 70, 75. Run the mean here at 75. So these two support areas I would pay attention to. It starts trading below these two, start retracing below it. Look for retracement back to that 31.50 level. So that's gold to get started. I haven't traded anything today. I've been watching this crazy volatility in oil. Definitely heading back. Retracing a little bit, we're down here at the 59 level. I've been slowly retracing back up to the mean, but still, as you can see, they're holding below the mean. So technically staying on the short side on oil. If they close above the 60.50, the mean, I may start looking for early strength. If not, starting off on the short side again. So that's kind of the way I'm looking at the oil. So oil and gold, back to the ES. And let's see how crazy this is going to get. Here we come, some weakness. And so far, you may have been good on that trade still, staying in that 82 level. It would have been up 20 points by now. So we'll see. They clear that rotation as well, the 55, 56s. It looks to me, here we come. Here we go on the downside. So, alrighty, guys, we'll leave it there. We'll see how this whole thing shakes out. But it looks very much that we're going to start off on the short side, the way this looks. Alrighty, we'll leave it there for now. And I will see you back at bright and early tomorrow morning. And this would be Friday trading and wrapping it up for the week. I think we need a break, right? Anyway, I'll see you back in the morning. Later.